These clowns continue to run the best circus on the internet, known as Hollywood. They cannot learn from their mistakes. They continue to show how out of touch with the fans and reality they are, and we're going to keep roasting them because it's just too much fun. So right here, House of Dragon showrunners didn't want a bunch of white people for the cast. Wow, a white guy telling you how he didn't want white people to be in his show. Sounds a lot like Rian Johnson, when Rian Johnson, former Star Wars director who signed on for 3 more Star Wars movies that we've never seen, said, "We need less white dudes directing Star Wars movies," after he signed to do 3 more. Because it's rules for thee, not for me. It's always projection. It's always nonsense. And Game of Thrones has been in a really bad place after season 8. And I do think that there is still going to be a significant amount of interest for this show. I absolutely do. Because even though the interest level is not where it was or could be, because at its peak, Game of Thrones was the biggest thing in pop culture. It was unbelievable how big it was. But season 8 hurt it so bad. But the brand Game of Thrones still carries a lot of weight, so there's going to be some interest here. But when you have people that are virtue signaling like this and going out of their way to impact the story and the cast with their nonsensical identity politics, it will only show that they don't have the fandom or the story in mind. They only have their personal agenda in mind. It reminds me of why so many people said, why didn't I like Rogue One? And again, famously, yeah, I liked Force Awakens. You know, it took me a little while to understand my hatred for Last Jedi. But when it came to Rogue One, I never liked Rogue One as much as everyone else. And one of the reasons I said I didn't like Rogue One is because in the movie itself, I could feel that the casting was specifically to not put a white dude on the rebellion side. You can just see it. You can feel it in that movie. It's there. It's a tangible thing. And we're getting the same thing right here. But these clowns are admitting it up front. So let's read the article here from the Daily Wire. House of Dragon showrunners say they're intentionally including a more diverse cast in Game of Thrones spinoff sequel. Showrunners have crafted reimagined versions of characters from George R.R. Martin's original book for the new series, which will premiere August 21st on HBO Max. One of their ideas is adding black actors to the roster of main characters and not as an afterthought. We're not racist. We have black characters in our show. It was very important for Miguel and I to create a show that was not a bunch of white people on screen. Oh, white people bad. We can't have any white people. No. We have to virtue signal. We have to prove that we're not racist because we have black actors in our show. We are not racist. We have black actors. We wanted to find a way to put diversity in the show. Thank you for focusing on the most important aspect of telling a story: diversity, inclusion, and representation. I wonder how they feel about the Rippaverse. Since they're so focused on representation, I wonder how they feel about that. I bet you could talk about the Game of Thrones spinoff sequel on Reddit. Why can't we talk about the Rippaverse on Reddit? It's almost like they don't believe in the stuff that they say. So the same clowns that are going to sit here and cry about me making this video are the same clowns that are crying and fighting an absolute imaginary person right now over the Rippaverse. They are just punching air, as Eric said. They are so mad, and they're dropping N-bombs with hard R's all over the place because a black man created a comic book universe with a black lead character. But those same clowns that are hating on that, they're going to love this. They're going to love it because they're preaching about how important diversity is. Diversity is not important. Telling a good story is important. And if you are telling a good story for the right reasons, then you can put whatever race or gender or sexual orientation into that story. That's why Eric's Rippaverse has so many people excited, because it's not defined off of the character's identity. It's defined off of the character's journey. These clowns are already telling you what their focus is. But we didn't want to do it in a way that felt like it was an afterthought, or worse, tokenism. The solution presented itself. The solution presented itself. So you created a problem. You created a problem so that you could then solve the problem. Pretty interesting how that works, huh? They created a problem so that they could then solve the problem that they created. See, this is what social justice is all about. It's about creating a fake problem that doesn't exist so that you can then solve that problem, and then you're the hero. You're the virtuous hero. I solved the problem of diversity and representation. Thank you so much for being so brave and so stunning. And so here they're inventing all of this nonsense into it. House of Dragon will explore and how House Targaryen fell after the Civil War 200 years before Daenerys Targaryen rose to the power in Game of Thrones. Racial diversity won't be the only focus in House of Dragon. Oh my God. So they're just pushing all of this. They got non-binary nonsense. Again, womanhood, maleness. Like, this is the social justice checkmark box. Jesus. So anyway, it's not going... This is going to be a disaster. Much like the Lord of the Rings show, Rings of Power is going to be a disaster. So there's still a lot of fantastic content for us to roast as this year continues. And we will very much do that, all while talking about the Rippaverse and continuing to tell people to check out the Rippaverse. Go to rippaverse.com and check it out, because this is the type of stuff. You expose Hollywood's bullshit. You expose them for what they're doing, for the pieces of shit that they are. And then when there is a viable alternative out there, let people know about it. And that's exactly what we're going to continue to do. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. I've also been streaming more on my personal channel, D-Day Cobra. So if you've not subscribed to that channel, please do so. And a lot of you have been asking me to talk over there and do more live streams and content, and I am doing just that. And we had a fantastic live stream yesterday, and you guys made me feel like $1,000,000. Like, it was awesome. So I will definitely be doing more live streams over there. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.